Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here. Welcome to my 100% full game walkthrough for Planet RIX-13, available January 16th, 2019, published by Sometimes You, which means it'll probably be $5. It does have 1000 gamerscore for us to grab, as well as a platinum trophy on PlayStation. We will jump right into it by going to New Game. Now, right off the start, just walk to the left. You will die to the fire and radiation, and you will get an achievement. At that point, you can just click load and load back up. Now, you'll go to the right, press A to select the map, and on the map, select the laboratory BO2. Once here, you can now go to the right and walk into the laboratory, and you'll want to enter this door, which is the living room. Inside of this room, walk to the left and take the compute card off of the table. Then interact with the safe and enter the code 3716 and then press enter. It'll open it up and give you a yellow access card. Now you'll want to go back to the corridor and go to the door next to you, which is the medical point. Inside of here, interact with the medical capsule and use it. After that, we can now exit back to the corridor and go to the right-hand side to interact with the rocks and remove the blockage. Now go all the way to the end of the hall to the fourth door, which is the server room. Inside of the server room, we'll have to grab the compute card on the very right-hand side, and then you'll want to walk over to this first server with 2 red dots, replace compute card number 1, and replace compute card number 3 in order for all 4 of the lights to now turn green. We can now leave back to the corridor and go to this next room, which is the workshop. Inside of the workshop, go to the right and study the scheme of the power grid. When you do that, it'll add a new location to your map called the Reactor. Then you can go to the left and interact with the computer, and you'll want to go through all 3 of these little pointers. All 3 of them will either give you new information or add a new location to your map. Now we can go back to the corridor, and we can now just go all the way back to the beginning here and exit the laboratory. Now what we'll want to do is go to the map, and on the map we want to go to the reactor on the far right. Don't go inside, instead go past the door and get the metal box. Open the metal box, and inside we will get an anti-radiation filter. Now go back to the far left, interact with the map, and you want to go to the top location, the place of supplies drop. Here you can now walk to the left safely. We can grab the power supply, and we can also grab the wood mushrooms on the left-hand side. And now what we'll want to do is actually go back to the reactor with these items. So go back to the reactor. Now you want to go inside. Once inside, you want to walk to the right, interact with this little middle switch, and then you want to go to the right-hand side and place the power supply inside of the machine. Then you want to walk past this again and switch it again. So we now see that the switch is on the left side. Now we have to interact with the computer, and we have to get the energy level to 100%. The solution for this is to roughly do this, as you see on screen. Basically, each of the rings has like a different percentage it can add up. There's only one solution, which is this right here. And now with the proper solution, we can now exit the computer, go to the map, go to the place of crash, and go to the wreckage and search it. When we search the wreckage, we should get the navigation block, and now we can go back to laboratory BO2, which is near the bottom. Alright, so once at the laboratory BO2, go inside, then you will want to go to the workshop. That's the 3rd door. Once inside here, you can interact with the 3D printer. You'll be able to print a computer screen, and you will receive the item computer screen and an achievement or trophy for doing so. Now you can leave back through the corridor and go through the first door, which is the living room. Inside of here, if you go to the right-hand side, you'll find a broken computer. You can now replace the screen on this computer. Once you do that, interact with the computer in order to get the new locations. One is called Deciphering the Ruins. It's actually a note. And then one is the new locations for Laboratory B01 and B03. Now we can leave this area. So go to the corridor and go to the left. Exit. Now go to the map and go to Laboratory B01, which is near the top of the screen. Once here, go inside. And then the first door will be the living room. Go inside the living room. Go to the right-hand side to find the pile of garbage. Search the pile of garbage. You will find poison or a bottle labeled poison, and you want to drink that, which you will instantly die and grab an achievement or trophy. When you load back up, you should be in the same location. Now, instead of taking the poison, you want to interact with the computer on your left in order to find a new note, which is for the password, as well as find a new location, which is the radar station. Now what we want to do is exit this room, go through the other door in this lab, which is called Laboratory. Inside of here, you want to interact with the safe and enter the code 2409 and then press enter. Inside of here, you will see that you received an item called Crystal, and you will unlock an achievement or trophy for doing so. At this point, all you want to do is wait until the water raises up high enough for it to drown you, and you will get an achievement or trophy for cause of death, drowning. This can take a decent amount of time, close to 2 minutes, so I will actually let the video play out so that you guys are able to just follow along, not have to pause the video and then, like, you know, rewind and all that stuff. So as long as you're kind of following along, your timing should match my timing. And yeah, we'll both drown hopefully near the same time in the video, and then after that we'll respawn in the same room and then obviously do it correctly. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait about 30-40 seconds now. Alright, so perfect. Once you're dead, the achievement trophy unlocks. You can now press load. We'll be back in the exact same room. Now what we want to do is walk over to the safe again. This time what we want to do is actually go to the computer first. That's really important. You can get a new note about access to the object. You will get a new location, which is the cave system, as well as a new scheme for the matrix oxygen filter. Now, after reading the computer, you can go to the safe and input 2409 and then enter. It'll take the crystal, and this time, instead of waiting here, what you'll want to do is exit on the left. This will bring you into another version of the room, and then what you want to do is go through that same door you just spawned on, which will be on the right, and then you'll end up in another door, and you'll want to go through that same door again, so the one right in front of us on the left. And now in this room, you'll see that the clock has kind of reversed and it's backwards. Interact with the clock, and you can set the time to 12:31. At this point, what you can do is now you can go to the right-hand side and pick up the compute card. Then you can just leave through the left-hand side door, go and leave the laboratory and go to the map. And then once on the map, we can now interact with the map in order to go to the cave system on the far top left. Alright, so once in the cave, walk all the way to the left and pick up the bush with berries. You'll get yellow berries, and now go into the cave. You will walk forward and die because you don't have an oxygen mask. You will get an achievement or trophy for this. Make sure you do this right away. And now we can just exit the cave system, go to the right-hand side map, and go to Laboratory B03. Here you'll see a repeater directly in front of you. Enter the code 1278, and then press enter. Now go back to the map and go to the radar station in the top right. Here you'll want to go all the way to the left, past the door, and interact with the bush with berries to get red berries this time. Now we can go inside. Once inside, pick up the compute card right here. Then you want to interact with the computer and interact with everything. You will get a reminder. You will get repeater settings. You will get another note, as well as a matrix door lock. I don't know why it's working like this right now. And there we go. Now we can leave and go to Laboratory B02 on the map. Once here, go inside and go to the workshop, which is the third door. Inside of the workshop, we have the 3D printer, which we can now interact with and print 2 new 3D items. That includes the oxygen filter, which I receive, and then the door lock, which I also receive. Now we can leave this area and we can go to the cave system and successfully, go through it without dying to the toxic fumes. So we will leave and go to the cave system via the map again. Once here, you want to go inside, and you will notice that there's an oxygen meter in the top left. So walk forward and stand on this button until the door is fully open, or like half the door will be fully open. Now I'm going to go and leave the toxic fumes to get my oxygen back and go inside now with full oxygen. Go past the second button and interact with the mushroom to pick it up, and then stand on the second button until the door is fully open, and then we can now go inside. Once inside, we can now walk to the right and grab the crystal. After grabbing the crystal, walk to the left, and you'll notice that you can't leave. Just keep walking left and right until you're able to leave. Now you'll reach this area with 3 levers, and at the very end, there is a corpse. If you search the corpse, you will receive the blue access card. Now what we want to do is you'll see these 3 levers. We'll label them 1, 2, 3. The way you want to interact with them is 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, and that should open this small little cave door right here, which we can enter in order to leave the cave. And in order to leave the cave, we'll just, go through the exit on the left and then go through the exit on the right to get to our map. And once on our map, we will go to Laboratory B03. Alright, so once we're here, walk to the left and interact with the door to replace the controller. This will allow us to go through the door successfully. Now what we can do is enter the, not the living room actually, enter the storage room. Go to the right hand side to pick up the rope nearby. Then you'll see a pile of garbage. Search the garbage. You will receive a piece of paper. And on the last shelf there are also explosives. Now we can leave this room. And on the left hand side, you'll see that we can interact with this little card reader to use the yellow access card. It'll open the door and we can pick up the compute card. There's also a computer here, but we can't access it until later. Instead, what we want to do is go to Laboratory B02. We'll go to the map and go to Lab B02, which is near the middle, obviously. We've been here a couple times before. Go inside and go to the last room, which is the server room. Here we'll be able to replace all of the compute cards. So you'll see the red dots on one of the server stacks. So replace the slot in slot number 1, replace slot number 3, replace slot number 4. You'll see all 8 of the buttons are now green, and you will get an achievement or trophy for successfully restoring both of the servers. Now we want to leave this room and go to Lab B03. So again, get to the map and go to B03. Now once here, go inside and walk all the way to the left. You will now be able to interact with the computer and get everything from it. So interact with the computer here. You'll get a new note about some flora. You'll get a new note called We Are Leaving, and you will get a new location called the cargo ship. We can now leave this area and we'll actually go straight to the cargo ship. So go to the map, you'll find the cargo ship kind of near the bottom right-ish. So go there. And what we'll want to do here is we want to interact with the cargo ship. We can replace the navigation unit. We can interact with it again, and we can select fly away. When we fly away, unfortunately, this does not win the game for us. The plane will crash, or the ship will crash, and we'll get 2 different achievements or trophies. One is for dying because of explosives, and then the other one is for the ship-related one. So once you die, just press load and interact with the repeater directly in front of you, and try the code 1278 and press enter. This will give you another achievement or trophy for getting both of the signals back up. Now what we want to do is go to the radar station in the top right. Once here, go inside. Interact with the computer. Click on the radar station tab, and we'll need to find 2 locations. Near the kind of bottom area, right around this location here where you can see my cursor, you'll be able to find a location called The Well. So you can use the signal strength to locate it. It should be in the same location on your screen as mine. Now what we want to do is go back near the middle and then go all the way to the right-hand side of the map until we get our full 100% signal strength in order to find the new location called Idle. We'll also get an achievement or trophy called Explorer for finding all of the locations. At this point, we can now back up and go to the map, and what we want to do is go to one of the new locations called The Well. The well can be found in the bottom left-hand corner. Alright, once here, go to the left and grab the flower off of the wall. Then continue left, interact with the well, tie the rope to the well. You'll now be able to take the rope and go down into the well. You'll see these green drops. Just stand under one and get hit on purpose in order to die and grab an achievement or trophy. Reload, and now work your way to the left of the screen, making sure not to get hit by any of the drops. Once you make your way all the way to the end, grab the crystal, and what you want to do is make your way back up and make sure you can go up the rope. Make sure you take your time, don't get hit by any of the drops, and make sure the little thing on the left kind of coming up behind you doesn't kill you. So now that we are back up, go all the way to Laboratory BO3. Then go inside and go all the way to the left. There is an item here called the Mini Lab. Interact with the Mini Lab and just add all 5 of the items. Then click Mix. Nothing will happen. An achievement will unlock, though. At this point, press Clean. Now, all we want to do is add the wood mushroom. Make sure you add the flower. And make sure you add the red berries. At this point, you want to mix it, and you will get an item called Potion. Now we can leave this area. Once you access the map, you want to go to the area called Idle. Once at the Idle, walk all the way to the left. You want to interact with it and pour the potion. After doing so, you can take the crystal. As soon as you take the crystal, run to the right, and you will be attacked by a monster that will kill you. You will get an achievement or trophy for doing that. At that point, load up your game and go back to the Idle. Pour the potion, grab the crystal, and now to leave, what we have to do is make slow movements to the right. So I'm basically just clicking to the right and then letting go immediately. And as you can see, my character is just kind of shifting. And as long as I don't take multiple steps in the same, sequence, I'm fine. Once I get my way to the map, I can go to BO1. Now, once you're here, you'll see that the effect of the crystal is still on your screen. That is not supposed to happen. Pause your game, go to the main menu, and then click Continue. It should load up exactly where you just were without that effect on your screen. And now you can go inside of BO1. Inside of here, go to the lab. And then go all the way through the lab and exit out of the far door. And once you're here, you should be able to go to the right and use the blue key card or the blue access card to access the elevator, and then we can take the elevator down. Alright, so we are nearing the end of the game. Go to the right-hand side and place all 4 of the crystals here, which will open the door. There will be a small trick we'll need to do at this point in the game, but go inside of the door, go to the right-hand side, and interact with this big blob. When you interact with it, what you want to do is install explosives and then immediately go to the left and leave this room, but do not take the elevator. Stand right here and wait for the explosives to go off. You will get an achievement or trophy when you do this. At this point, what you want to do is close your game. This works the same on both Xbox and PlayStation. What you want to do is just close the app and then relaunch it from your home screen. The reason we do this is because we are going back to the save before we killed that thing, as we need to interact with it again in order to avoid doing 2 playthroughs. Whereas if we go to the main menu, it automatically saves before accessing. Go and press continue. You'll be right here, and you'll be able to now interact with the thing again. So yeah, we need to close the app so it doesn't save on us. Interact with the thing, and then press touch. After we press touch, we can now press leave, and we will want to leave BO1. We'll go through the door, we'll go up the elevator, through one of the rooms, and then just continue. Once we go up the elevator, basically just go left. Now that we access the map here all the way on the left, we want to go to the radar station, which is where the thing told us to go. Once here, we want to go inside. We want to go all the way to the left and notice the scientific equipment. What you want to do here is place the explosives. Then you want to leave out this door, but do not leave the general area. So stand right here and just wait until they blow up. You should get another achievement or trophy right here. And at this point, we can now go to the map again. Go to the cargo ship. Go up to the cargo ship. Click replace navigation unit. And we should now be able to fly away. And we will do this successfully, unlocking our final achievement or trophy for completing the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to the amazing people on Patreon for supporting the show. Videos like this wouldn't really be very possible without Patreon support. But I have a lot of fun making these videos, and I know you guys really like them, so it's, you know, I enjoy it nonetheless. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, share the video with a friend, let your friends know about this easy completion. You should get your 17 out of 17, 1000 for 1000, or your Platinum Trophy 18 for 18 on PlayStation. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace! Check out my playlist as well. Lots of full game walkthroughs on the channel.